Set up a duckling brooder with me. There's lots of different methods for setting up a brooder, but the supplies you'll need will mostly remain the same. It really doesn't need to be anything fancy, but there are a few things to keep in mind that will help you raise happy and healthy ducklings. First, you'll need something to contain them in, which could be anything from a tote to an actual kit designed for brooding chicks. I use these clear panels that lock together from a pet play pen and just throw a waterproof tarp underneath. These work great for me because I can expand the pen as the ducklings grow, but when they're super young, I can keep them close to their heat source. Once that's set up, then you'll need to choose a cozy bedding. I am a huge fan of the Eaton Pet and Pasture hemp bedding because it's so absorbent, which is a very important quality when you're dealing with ducklings who love to splash. Next up, you'll need a heat source. I prefer heat plates over heat lamps, and I've been using the Producer's Pride one with no issues for years now, but this time around, I'm trying out the Rent-A-Coop brand because it has a cover which will prevent the ducklings from pooping on top of it, which is great because they are so difficult to clean. When the ducklings first arrive, the plate will be very low to the ground, but the legs are easily adjustable so I can raise it as they grow. Next, you'll need to provide a water source. For the first 5 days of a duckling's life, I prefer to mix vitamins and electrolytes into their water for an extra boost when they need it most. I use the Vitamets Waterfowl Boost from Metzer Farms because it was specifically formulated with ducks in mind, unlike most others that were formulated for chickens. Make sure your water bowl is small enough so your ducklings can't swim in it, but large enough for them to dip their whole bill into. When the ducklings grow a little bit, I'll upgrade them to a paint tray with a bowl inside to keep the mess down when they splash. And of course, you'll need duckling starter feed. I am so thrilled that Missouri sells their waterfowl starter feed in smaller bags now because I love this feed, but I typically only raise 2 or 3 ducklings at a time. It has all the nutrients your young ducklings need to grow up strong and healthy, including niacin. I feed this exclusively to my ducklings until they're 2 weeks old, then I add oats to cut the protein down to 16%, and I start introducing treats. Missouri's waterfowl starter is designed to float, so you can add water to prevent your ducklings from choking and provide a more natural way for them to eat. Here's what my brooder looks like when it's finished, and now all that's left to do is add ducklings. Can you guess what breed I'm adding to my flock?